No, man, let me see. Bro, speaking of brand risk, bro, this ad, bro, let me just talk about this for a second, bro. I'm not even gonna pull up a video for this, bro. But yo, y'all seen Adam 22 get whooped by Jason Love, bro? I feel like it's no worse existence on planet Earth, like no worse existence on planet Earth than being Adam 22 right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like some days I wake up and I feel like my life is not going well, and there's shit that I could do better at, and like I'm not happy where I'm at, whatever the case may be. But then I wake up and I realize that I'm not Adam 22, and then everything is okay. That shit is crazy. You let your you let homie beat your wife 2 times, and then you got in the ring and you didn't throw a single punch. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm reacting to it. I ain't gonna lie, cause I've seen this already, but I need my clip. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I need my clip. I need my clip. Oh nah, this is a fun This is even better. Let's watch the fight, and then let's watch Adam explain why he didn't throw one punch, because that's what I want to know. I want to know the explanation behind this. So yeah, let's do that. I ain't even going front. I ain't even going front. Let's get to it. So yeah. So next brand risk, I want to see Academics versus Lil Baby, but the last brand risk, we got Adam 22 versus Jason Love. And let's see what happened, bro.
If a nigga make his bitch eyes roll,
I already saw what happened, but let's watch it again.
Fuck you up. He was doing it flat. I watched the video. He was doing
this shit baffles me to this day.
Let's go, Adam.
Let's go, Adam.
It's going down.
Let's go. Fuck this bitch and
listen.
Fuck him up.
I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting you know. You know we got our back.
Shame.
Oh shit. Never let a man fuck your bitch.
Just off right there, bro. Homie blocked with 2 hands like this. Once you block like this, you don't know what you're doing. You're dead meat. So let's.
Never let a man fuck your bitch.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Yeah, it's over with. Oh my God! Yep. He ain't want no more. Yep.
Oh my God!
Yep. Just covering up and turning your back.
He
Damn.
practices score a punch, not take a punch. Bro, Adam, what are you doing?
It's going down. This is all part of the plan.
Yeah, this lasted longer than I remember. 2-minute fight. No, exactly. 30-second fight. It was good, Barto guy. It was good to see you in here, man. How you been? Game over. Knee to the ground. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. I'm sorry, if you his wife, how you sleep in the same bed?
If a nigga make it,
homie did not even attempt to defend your honor. Hey, Dustin. Yo, what's good, Dustin? You said too early? Yeah, man. I was just trying to, get my legs back up under me, man. I was just trying to figure out, how to work this thing again, bro. It's been too damn long, man. What's good, bro? Yeah, bro. But nah, we gonna go back to the nighttime streams. Don't worry, bro. I just had to make sure I got in here before January ended, so I don't feel as bad about myself for slacking. I ain't gonna lie. And I had to get some clips and stuff like that. But we reacted to the Jason and Adam fight. Yo, you said, bro, what? You said, what we doing right now? That's what we doing. I was going to say, we can react to some stuff, too, if you want, man. I know. That's why I'm trying to do, a little recap of all the biggest stuff that happened this month that I wanted to watch. This was definitely one of them. But now, what you want to get into, though? I'm glad you put up, though. You said C does. What is that? Oh, nah, bro. I also saw on my Instagram that a bunch of songs leaked, like 25 songs or something like that. Or Juice songs leaked, something like that. I did see that. You said nah. All right. Well, if it's anything, just send it to the Discord. You already know. You said not all 25 were real. Sadly, 10 were. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully, some heat is in there. But nah, but you can send it to the Discord, bro. Because I'll definitely check them out. But nah, I do want to hear the explanation behind why homie let his wife get fucked and then didn't throw a single punch. I do want to hear this explanation.
I see that term a lot in the comments. I got my ass whooped.
You did.
There is one topic that I feel stands above all others in terms of what we must discuss today. And that is my...
Okay, for the record, yo, let me just say this. Who the fuck are these other 3 niggas, bro? I remember I used to watch No Jumper, and so many people have rotated in and out of this, brand since, the best people left, I feel like. But, who the fuck are these 3 niggas? That's just crazy, man.
honorary. It doesn't seem like the right word. It's not really an honorable
Oh,
thing,
never mind. Lush is the one on the left. I know who that is, but the other two niggas, I don't know.
but more of a humiliation ritual. I see that term a lot in the comments. I got my ass whooped this weekend, and this is my first time appearing on a podcast since
Like,
this
bro,
ass.
honestly, if I was him, why would I show my face ever again? Like, I feel like you need to be banished for shit like this. Like, don't come back on the internet. Just stay in your home. Like, order DoorDash. Like, don't come outside. Like, to show your face after this is actually, like, quite brave. Honestly, that's the most respect I'll give him. You still came outside after this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Whooping.
You sound different.
My voice sounds different?
Yeah.
Damn, you might have my octaves up a little bit. I didn't even think about that.
Fucked a lot of shit up.
Aura points.
Definitely was
Anyway,
fucking shit up for sure.
I felt like prior to all of this going down, I wasn't really able to speak openly about how I felt about this whole thing. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit of the narrative of how this whole thing happened. So Remo had been telling me that I should box somebody for a little while now, just because he thought that it would be good for the content, stir things up, etc., and it would probably help us.
One thing about Adam we know is always for the
managing
content.
boxers or getting fighters doing stuff. More content, more conflict, more stuff that we can make content about, right? So I was already open to the idea. I get hit up by Aiden Ross and his team. They send me a
The thing about it though is, like, in a boxing match, you're supposed to box, right? You're supposed to, like, throw punches, you know, like maybe a 1. You can start out with a jab, maybe a 2, a 3, 4, 5, and 6. You got, you know, like, a few options, and you didn't choose to throw not a single one. In, you know, the honor and defense of your wife, the woman you chose, you know, to put a baby in and put a ring on, like, I don't know, and then you let niggas run through. I mean, I feel like I would at least throw one punch, but
short list of people that they thought I might be open to fighting.
then again, I want to let my wife
weight.
get fucked, so I guess it's just different
Number one,
strokes for different folks.
Blueface. Immediately, I was like, oh no, that's not good. Next one, Le'Veon Bell.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that would have been
Another
worse.
one, yeah, I was like, wow, that sounds bad.
That's
no,
worse.
Yeah, that would have
Next
been way
one.
worse.
AB.
Who?
AB.
Honestly, it was
Antonio
never
Brown.
gonna be good for you. I mean, yeah.
No.
This was before that, and
was-
I
yeah,
think he's
it was
out.
never
He's
gonna
just
be good.
facing potential attempted murder charges. Yeah,
Oh,
he's out
Antonio
still.
Brown. I thought you were
But
talking about,
I saw
Adrian
those
Broner.
three, and I thought these all seem like really bad ideas. Then I saw the next one, Jason Love. This was their idea initially, and I thought to myself, this is another person who will clearly whoop my ass. And I say that, you know, humbly, as a person who's really never tried to learn how to fight throughout my life.
Yeah, we see that.
Little
No, we
blips there. You
clearly
know, I
see
did
that.
boxing in,
Yeah,
in
we see
Brooklyn
that.
in 2007 for like a month and a half, maybe. That was, you know, over 20 years ago, or about 20 years ago. So that seems like a distant memory. I did a
Shit
little bit
never
of jiu-jitsu for maybe like 6 months in Long Beach. That was also like 15 years ago. So basically, I'm a completely untrained fighter. Have I had some good street fights over the years? Yes. But to be fair, they were all pretty much just like drunken blurs that are really not comparable to any serious combat sport. But when I saw Jason Love on that list, I just knew that
would make
this
the
was a
most
guy
money.
I was willing to get my ass kicked by.
That was
They said-
that was
they
a
said
smart
for the
choice.
bread.
They said me and Munchie.
And the narrative.
They're good.
Business-wise,
Because
it makes
I
sense,
just
but
felt,
also, like,
you know what? You
as a
got to give the
man,
people what they want. Me fighting
like, how do you
Blueface
look
is just
yourself in the mirror
random.
after
Me
this?
fighting AB, where it's just random.
I
But
mean,
the
we passed that
Jason Love
point a
one
long
is just a
time ago, but I'm just
narrative
saying, like,
that I knew would be
it's way
so
worse now.
funny, so viral, that I was willing to do it. Now, when I brought this to my wife,
That's what I was about to ask you.
I told my wife, listen, I got this offer from Aiden Ross and the Brand Risk team, and I'm thinking about doing it. And my wife looked at me and said,
What'd she say?
what the are you thinking?
Exactly.
He's gigantic. He's going to
Yeah.
beat the out of you.
Just like he beat the
And
fuck
I
out of
told
her.
I don't really care. From my perspective, yes, there's the bag associated with doing the fight, but then also there's just so
See, this
much
is why you don't
content that
sell
we
out
can
for the
make
bag, bro. This is some
about
sell
this
your
in the
soul type
lead up to
activity,
it.
bro. If you let
That
the bag
ultimately,
lead
if
your
I get my ass
decisions,
kicked, I
this is
told her,
where
I'm
you
like,
end up at.
she's like,
I'm
what if
just
you
saying.
get seriously hurt? I'm like, what's the
This is
worst
the
thing that's
prime
going to happen?
example
I'm
of
gonna
not
get a
selling
black
yourself for
eye.
money, 'cause you end up-
Maybe I get like a little mild concussion. You know, this is stuff I can handle. You know, I'm like, realistically, he's probably not going to break my jaw.
A little bit of CTE never hurt nobody.
Which, given the way that the fight went,
could've.
I actually feel really, really lucky that I didn't get my jaw broken, because that seems like much
you
more of a
pussied out.
realistic
You quit
possibility
within
now.
30
I've
seconds
actually
of the
been in
first
the ring
round.
with this guy.
You didn't even
But
let nothing happen.
That's where I started
Nothing
out.
happened to you.
which was basically like, I'm willing to take this fight that I kind of know I'm going to lose.
Honestly, I feel like it's
because
shameful to even call this
of
a
the
fight. It was
content,
not
because
a
I want to
fight.
provide for the people. Obviously, the bag is part of the
I bet
consideration,
that's
but also I
you.
just knew that it would entertain the people so much, and I felt like it was worth getting my ass kicked.
I got a couple bullet points.
One thing, I just want to get to like the shift in mind state, because then very quickly I start training with my now good friend David.
Yeah, what were
Kaminsky
you
of
doing in
Kaminsky
training? That's
Boxing,
what I
who's
want to know
also
too, because
a trainer
that was
for
clearly a waste
Blueface.
of time.
And at first, I kind of got the vibe that David Kaminsky was training me. He was happy to be getting paid, but ultimately, I don't think he believed in me. But
Yeah,
then
nah.
he
And
saw
paid
footage
you
of
too.
Jason
I mean,
Love
you paid him
training.
too. Yeah,
He saw Jason Love hitting the
that was
bag,
an easy lick.
and he calls me and says, "Adam, you can beat this guy.
Oh, he's
His
funny.
punches suck.
He's a good
His
coach.
he looks out of breath after hitting the bag. This is
When
what
was
the
the
trainer's
last time
telling
I
me. He's like,
streamed?
this guy,
Like
he's
2nd
big,
of January,
he's muscular, he's taller than you.
beginning of the month.
He's got like no body fat. He's got tons of muscle all over him. But
No, I don't
Adam,
think I
you
heard
can
that.
beat him. This is what he started to tell me. And I started to believe it. I started to think, you know what? He's right. All I got to do is go in there. I got to have good technique, good cardio. I'm going to be able to handle Jason Love.
He's a good coach. At least he's trying to
Seems a
like
little silly.
inspire,
No
you know,
disrespect.
some wherewithal
What was
within
the
you to
exact
try and do this
moment
shit for real.
where like things shifted in the ring and you were like, okay,
Oh,
this
it's-
is gonna?
oh, it's an
Because
older league.
there's the first punch. It
Last
seems
year.
like I'm not sure if like
I don't know,
you
maybe then we-
blocked his
maybe we
first
heard it
punch
then.
that he threw
I
his
don't
little
know.
place holder punch.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like my one thing
We
that I
check
was
it out after
doing
this.
wrong
Listen to
in
some
training is like, you know, okay, people who know about boxing, it's all about your guard, which is where your hands are protecting yourself, you know? And I'm watching so many fights and I'm watching all these
It's a lot more
legendary
than that, though.
boxers and they've got amazing guard. Like they're just getting pieced up, 10 punches coming in and they just block all of
but
them because they're
not-
so
yeah.
solid with this.
Yeah, but
And
that's the art of it.
I did
is
what I
not getting
could
hit.
to learn
And
that,
you
but
didn't
like
do that, though.
ultimately, and also keep in mind, I had 2 weeks to prepare for this, which is pretty
Yeah, you
absurd.
were not gonna learn that in 2 weeks.
Huh?
3. Don't cheat.
But you definitely
got
could
3.
have
2
threw
and
a
a
punch.
half.
I don't think that's
and a
accurate.
half?
You definitely could have
It's
slipped a
probably like
punch.
2.5
You
because I
definitely
didn't train for like
used
4
a
days
successful
before it because he
block
told me
instead
that
of
you
just
needed
going
time
like
to like
this.
heal up and get ready or whatever. So,
Like, you were definitely taught things within those 2 weeks.
yeah, I mean, like ultimately, I think that I believed that by putting my hands up, I was going to be able to take some hits
Yeah, I ain't
and
gonna
then
lie,
hit
we
him
might
back.
watch that then.
The
We can react to
first
that.
hit that I take, you see my arms go from this
song preview?
to this. He just hit so much harder than I ever
Bro,
could
he
have
even
really
throw a
realized
real
was
punch,
possible.
bro. That was the thing. He just
and
threw
yeah,
it,
that
and,
was
like,
pretty much the moment where I
anything.
was like, what?
Like, I don't think he really loaded up and really gave you a real
I think
shot for real, though.
2017 Adam would have put up a nice little fight.
Hell
It's not 2017.
I was doing drugs back then.
look, all right, look.
That's why you
bro.
would have been at
I
least
want to hear
had some,
this.
you know what I'm
Like,
saying,
what happened?
reckless
Like, what was
abandon.
2017? What you were seeing?
Look, now look.
I was younger.
He was he was doing drugs, but he was just more like, you know, like
Jacked.
he was around like the street dudes and
What?
he was like,
He
you
ain't
know.
now?
No, I'm
Yeah,
way more
no.
around the street dudes. Back then, I was around like the little SoundCloud kids.
I feel like back then you had that ambition. You get what I'm saying? Like he done got more comfortable.
Yeah,
with
he
being
got
like,
comfy,
you know,
yeah.
a white
Okay,
guy.
Joe.
That's facts,
a
though.
white guy in the hills sipping his Starbucks cup with his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like he done got like real compatible with life.
Yeah, he got
that is
domesticated.
part of it for
Yeah.
sure that I realized when that first hit
Most of it is
landed,
his
where
own
I was
fault,
like, oh, fuck.
You could just tell by like the way like you was running, like you could tell like
The way
just,
he was running.
no, like,
Dude,
Oh,
I was
like a
doing
real
that in
video?
sparring too.
All right,
That's
well,
like
we
my
should
trainer
be able to
freaked
work
out
the
on me.
same
He's
out.
like, bro, you can't get hit and then just start turning away. And he was even telling me, bro, like when you get hit, you close your eyes and you like look down. He's like, you can't do that. You have to stay focused straight ahead.
Yeah, you're bro.
I
Getting
don't know,
hit
like,
is
I
part of the
just-
exchange
even
in
in the
boxing.
fight,
You don't
like,
get
I
in
got
there
hit hard one
not
time, I started
expecting to
turning
get
my
hit.
back.
So
It's
you
just-
thought it was gonna be
you're
a
not
defensive
supposed to
fight,
get hit. You're
you
trying
just
not
counter,
to
you
get
go
hit,
block,
but
throw some
you're
back
going
on,
to
you
get
exchange
hit.
punches. That's you figure.
I mean, I watched so many fights in the lead up to this, and I'm watching these warriors just standing in front of each other, just trading punches and blocking punches. And everybody kept telling me, like, Adam, all you got to do is punch him in the kidney, punch him in the liver, or whatever.
That sounds easy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's talking about that like it's the easiest thing in the world. And when I got that first hit, it was just like, oh,
He went into panic
hell
mode.
no.
Because here's the
There's
thing.
no.
Here's the thing that is clearly evident. Yeah, he might have trained for those 2 weeks, but how much sparring did he do? Because if he just sparred for those 2 weeks instead of training and do whatever, punching on the bags and all this fucking dumb pads and shit, if you actually sparred for those 2 weeks, he would have been better prepared for this. But I don't think he ever really wanted to be prepared for this, honestly. And I don't think even if he prepared, he would have won this fight or ever stood a chance. But at least like throw a punch and like, you know, go out with some dignity. You feel me? But
Oh, way. Because all these fights I watched, I didn't see any fight where the other dude just came out and just immediately just started swinging on the
Mike
other
Tyson?
dude. I mean, I didn't
Except for
really,
him.
I didn't watch a lot of like Mike Tyson because I'm thinking, I was trying to watch like influencer fights and like, you know, like fights that maybe would be like a little closer.
So who the main influencer you was watching? Jake Paul?
Even him, he's like pretty good at this
Scam like
point.
me?
No, because this is like tiny. That's like not really applicable. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, as soon as I got hit, I was just like, oh hell no! I can't
you're
believe
a
that I
bitch.
really like allowed myself to start to believe that I was
that's
going to
how
be
you
able
lost
to
the
win
fight,
this.
bro. You lost before you even entered the ring, even thinking and
yeah,
talking like
no,
that. Though, bro.
exactly.
I'm
yeah.
talking to you right now about
He
what I
lost
felt
when he let his wife
after
get-
the fight.
you know what I'm
Before
saying?
the
Kinda
fight,
leave
you
it
gotta
alone,
pay
bro.
better attention. I'm telling you how I
been
was
lost,
so
bro.
confident going into it.
You said you picked the one that will whoop your ass the least out of the four.
And that's what happened though. That is what
I don't know
happened
about
though.
that.
Him or Blueface, debatable. I mean, like professional athletes or
I've been in
Blueface
the
would've
gym
done
with
worse,
Blueface
I
a
ain't gonna
lot,
lie.
and he's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Blueface got it, bro.
The old
Yeah,
Blueface
Blueface
that was
would've did
skinny,
it worse.
maybe a little bit of a point.
So then, yeah,
the Blueface
Le'Veon
is
Bell's the
huge
running
now.
back.
yes.
He pushing through lineman, the defensive line, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying,
Le'Veon Bell
yeah.
would have fucked him
Hey,
up
two
worse, too.
NFL
AB
players.
would've
He's
fucked
been
him
out
up
of it
worse,
for a
too.
while,
Yeah.
but I mean, you're not just like an elite NFL player.
That's like, bro, NFL
and then you
players
just
have
like
a different
forget
level
all
of
that.
explosion.
No, like you
need
are
that in
strong
boxing. He
and
would've got
like
put
super
out,
durable
honestly.
as a result of having had that career for sure.
But we also, the Jason Love's a Marine, right? He got Semper Fi tatted all over his body, which
Yeah.
a
He
lot
got
of those
what?
new Semper. This is the saying of the Marines.
Yeah,
Like,
he was a sniper in the Marines, which probably means
Dead
that
ass?
he has killed.
Oh, for sure, he got hats, even in the list.
You know,
I
which
ain't got
is
that much confidence.
That nigga
in
was
him, but I
actually in the
think,
Marines
like
for
you
real?
proposed that
You lying.
Blueface took that back fade. Blueface will whoop him, bro.
As a sniper.
I do
is
think
crazy.
Blueface would have a really, really good shot against him for sure.
I think he'll win.
I'm actually deeply
bet.
That's
invested
definitely a better
in the
matchup than what we
future
saw.
Jason Love fighting saga because I really want to know like where he goes from here.
Well, that kind of just anyone who's asked that he
And you
whips
were the
after
launching
you,
pad.
it validates what happened to you. So it's like,
No, it don't.
No, it
'Cause-
doesn't.
dude.
It
Nah,
never
'cause I
does.
can't put up a
And
fight like
no,
that, bro. So
exactly.
that's not
It
a
never
real
does.
metric.
Let's
well,
not
if he
try and do this,
let's say he
yeah.
did the same thing he did to me to Blueface.
that
Well, then okay, yeah,
Then that's
okay. I guess
different.
that makes
But
me
you-
look a little bit better. But ultimately, like I know I looked like. I know I'm not a fighter. I went my whole life not fighting until like 2-3 weeks ago. So it is kind of weird to see people being like, Adam is such a coward. Like now
No,
we know
all
that
these
you
things are true.
like this kind of guy. It's like I
Yeah,
was
no,
always pretty open about the fact that like
Oh,
never
okay.
have
At
I
least
ever
you're-
sat
yeah,
on this
at least-
podcast
well,
and talked
you
about
can't
how
even
it's so
defend it now,
tough.
but at least you know
That's
that.
just never been part of my podcast. And now I have said that I would be able to beat the shit out of little miniature Labubu sized people like Sauce Walker. That's different. But I've never bragged about my
Sauce Walker smoke.
tiny. He's tinier than you. Yeah, he's like an 8-year-old.
Yeah, he's probably like what 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah, he's 5'8".
That nigga crazy.
He do hard drugs. And he hangs out with prostitutes at rest stops. But
Well,
either
at this
way,
point, I don't
all
think
I'm
you can say
saying-
you could be anybody respectfully.
I don't have
think you can
any
even say
shame
that no
about
more,
this
right?
at all. Like to me, actually, you know,
feel like
I'm
Sauce
not
Walker would whoop
embarrassed
his
about
ass
how it went
at this
down.
point.
I faced
feel like my
a
grandma
challenge
could whoop his ass.
head on, and actually, okay, this is my main thing too.
Chair here for Spody.
Suppose if just wandering. He got his ass in hot water.
Yeah,
Don't go dunking your
deal,
face in that.
Spody's rider is crazy.
Man.
Spody face rider.
Recapping the
Recapping the fight. Okay.
ass fade.
This is one thing that I feel is hypocritical. You guys tell me if this is true or not. In jail, in prison, you walk into the dorm. You say you're me, and I'm from blank hood, and a big ass dude, 6'10", comes up to me and says, "Hey, you from over there? Well, I'm from over here, and we enemies, so we got to get down." And I say, "All right, bet," and we squabble, and he whoops the shit out of me. This is an honorable act, right? That I was down
You didn't
to
put
run
up
the
a fight,
fade,
though. That's the thing.
even
You
if
didn't
I
fight back.
going into it knew that I had no
Not the same
chance,
situation.
right?
I mean, that's a fact. In my personal opinion,
That's
You
what's
gotta put up a fight. You didn't put up a fight.
taking out
You
the
didn't throw a
culture
single
now.
punch.
You know, these
At least throw one
kids and,
punch.
and these
Even
guys,
if
they
he
feel
threw
like
one
if you lose a
punch,
fight,
we would not
that
be
makes you
having
less
this conversation.
than.
He didn't throw
You know
one
what I'm
punch,
saying?
so
Back
Right.
when, when
let's
I
not
was growing up,
compare this.
it
Let's
didn't
not
matter
make
if you
one
really
scene.
won or lost. You tried your hardest,
didn't have to be
but
in
it
that
was just
situation.
respect.
He
You know
put
what I'm saying? The
himself in
fact
the
that you got out there.
Right.
He's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
fault.
And that's what I respect.
Let's not.
But also, I didn't throw a punch, and I looked like
not-
absolute. So I
understand
want
that
to acknowledge that.
Yeah, you-
but I'm
let's
saying
keep
like
going.
from a because I feel like I see so many gangsters being like you look like a clown. You it's like right. This is what y'all have been telling me all these years.
Yeah.
You got to run the fade even if you know you're gonna lose.
Yeah, but in all fairness to you, majority of these gangsters you talking about, they ain't even pulled up for their squabbles though.
Hey, he said it, not me.
That's fair,
my words,
but
when you're
once again,
I respect you. You know
it's
what
a
I'm saying? More
different
than a lot of
like
these dudes out
bro.
here.
It's just like a different like rule set, bro. It's just like respectfully, bro. It's like as a man, yeah, you might go into a situation where you know you might not come out on top, but at least try, at least defend yourself, at least go out fighting, at least throw a single punch, and he did not do that, bro. So like, let's not try and like make it seem like it's not as worse as it is, because this is the worst situation you could possibly end up in. Bang.
Here, that's running from their phase.
Now, I do think it's also fair to say it's not like I did it for honor.
Yeah,
I really
clearly,
did it for
'cause you have
attention
none.
and money, which is like
No,
not
exactly.
really
Okay,
the
so I mean,
honorable reason
that's the
to
one
do
thing I
something.
respect.
So
Just
it
keep
all
it 100.
came out.
Yeah, I mean, I would go crazy if I was denying that.
Some people thought you did it for honor.
No, I was just saying, like in the case of a gang member,
Right. Oh,
you
yeah,
take
yeah,
your
okay.
squabble because
No, a normal
you have
like,
pride in
mentally
where you're from,
okay
etc. So
person
you got to run this
would at
fade even if
least-
you're not going to lose.
in
For
his
me, I
situation, would at
willingly
least try
accepted a fight
to
that I
defend
knew I
their
was going
honor,
to
yes.
probably lose for money and attention, which is not anywhere near as honorable.
That's
So
what
I understand the difference.
That's what I was pointing out. I knew I was gonna lose. You said I was tripping, man. You lose the fight before you even started when you think like that, bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
what I was about to say.
what I was saying though is I thought I was gonna lose, but then once I started training, I started to believe that I was gonna
confidence.
win, and that unlocked a different level of training where I was going
Yeah.
really hard. But
So
I mean,
where
in
was that on
retrospect,
fight
like
night?
all the time I spent working on my cardio was wasted because I didn't even break a sweat during
Hey,
the fight.
what I was telling Les the other day, I think get the cardio, just taking some punches. Like you know how you hop in the pool, and just like and it's cold, you just have to get used to it.
Yeah.
You got.
I mean,
That's
did you
why
spar
sparring would have been
during your
better. He
training?
did not spar.
Yeah,
Watch.
I mean, 3
How
different
much did you
days.
spar?
sparring session.
Over the course of the 2.5 weeks, like once we kind of got going, I did 3 different sparring missions with this big ass Russian dude who, you know, in retrospect was really probably like taking it too easy on me.
Yes,
He didn't want to injure
bro.
you. because-
Exactly,
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
so close
I
to
ain't
the
gonna
fight,
lie.
and like
yeah, fuck off. I'm off this shit, bro. Nigga had a pancake training camp and then got folded. Anyway, bro. All right, Dustin, what we on, man? What we on? Let me see. Let's open up Discord.